Hi guys, welcome to today's session Self-Discovery. This is Dr. P.L. Madhara, Professor Management Studies. Employability Skills Program Self-Discovery is a Unit 2. Previous time we discussed about communication skills as a part of Unit 1. Today self-discovery is a part of Unit 2 under Employability Skills course. In this class, you are going to cover self discovery, introduction, and its meaning. Discovering the self, process and steps, setting goals, beliefs, values, attitudes, virtue. These are the topics we are going to cover under the self discovery unit 2. Welcome. Guys, what is a self discovery? The name itself means here knowing about ourselves, knowing about myself, discovering, knowing, idea about myself is called discovering of self. Self discovery is a key element of feeling happy and content in life. It is an aim that most of us try to reach without even being aware of it. I think it is an apt to say that most of us we don't have an idea about who am I, but knowingly or unknowingly we are pursuing things in our day-to-day life. As a student, as an employee, you should have an idea about yourself is a major intention behind this unit is called self discovery. So the self discovery is a major part of our life. Most of the people living in the society living without knowing about themselves, for this self discovery is introduced to the BTech graduates as a part of employability skills. Coming to the meaning, the process of self discovery is one in which person is guided through self questioning and examination of one's own thoughts, words, and actions in order to reach his or her own conclusion regarding who they truly are. I think from this we come to know every individual should have an idea about him or herself by questioning themselves in a day to day life. It is our thought, it is our action through different arenas. You have to know about yourself. Who am I? A person attempts to determine how they feel personally about spiritual issues or priorities rather than following the opinion of family, friends, neighborhood, or peer pressure. Here we come to know we need to know about ourselves in different society meetings. When you are meeting with the people personally, when you are in spiritual programs and you are in family, friends, neighbor, and a peer in the sense here, the same friends group, we have to know about yourself, who am I? So we have to try to ask yourself, like, what do I want from my life? Where do I see myself in 5 years or next 10 years? What do I regret? What makes me proud of myself? When you make all these things in your mind, you will come to know who am I. That's called self discovery. Guys, what do I want from my life? This is a minimum an individual should have an idea about life expectation. We are not like a animal. We are a human being. It's called social animal. We need to have particular goal. Why should we live in society? Why should we live in organization? Why should we grow in society without any objective? We have to have the information or idea about yourself when you are living in society. Where do I see myself in next 5 or 10 years? I think every individual, as a student or as an employee, everyone should have a goal to reach in next coming years. Even during interview time, the examiner, or you may call interview panel member, may ask the questions to the student. Where do you like to see yourself after 5 years if I give the job to you? So you need to be ready to answer the question. That is a minimum courtesy or expectation from the employer to know about yourself. What do I regret? That indicates there are different situations in our life. What should I accept? What should not accept? So all these things should know about that. What makes me proud of myself? That means here which work, which activity for to be performed from them you need to get proud. All these things are required to be as a self discovery. This is a part and parcel of employability skills to the BTech graduates. There are number of methods and techniques that help the self discovery journey. I think discovering yourself itself is a uh, it's called self discovery, as informed or mentioned in previous slides also. So this is a process. There are different steps to know about yourself. Let's welcome next slide. So from this diagram, we come to know self-discovery. It is a process. That is indicates it is not a instant activity. It is not one day. It is not a 1 hour activity to know about yourself. During part of your life or journey, you need to know about yourself in different stages. Then first one, self-development, self-mastery, self-actualization. It is a process of self-discovery. When you are growing in a society, you need to develop yourself. When you are going to different stages, you need to be master. Then finally, you need to be actualized about your purpose of life. This is a process of self-discovery. Next part will come to know from the slide. As informed here, there are different steps to know about self. This is called 5 vital steps to self-discovery. Here, the first one is a take a mindfulness course. Second, schedule more your time. Take a personality test. Keep a journal. See a clairvoyant. These are the stages or steps needed to know about yourself. Every individual should follow, should evaluate themselves to know about self. Here, the first one is a mindfulness. The name itself mean here every individual have particular idea about him or herself when they are in mindfulness. Here it was described mindfulness can be described as the practice of paying attention in the present moment. It is a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feeling, thoughts, and bodily sensation. It's a right. It is a information clearly mentioned about knowing about self in the present moment. Here, how to practice mindfulness. I think here 5 to 6 steps I have given, which helps you to know about yourself when you are in a movement. One, take a seat. Find a place to sit that feels calm and quiet to you. thing. You have to feel comfortable space where you can sit. There you have to be sit for a while. Then second state, set a time limit. If you are just beginning, it can help to choose a short term, such as 5 to 10 minutes. So then after sitting over there, you have to decide yourself how much time you are going to spare. That's called time limit. Once settle yourself in a quiet environment, you have to notice your body. That is the third state. You can sit or knee, however is comfortable for you. Just to make sure you are stable and in a position you can stay for a while. That indicates body, mentally and physically, you need to be quiet for a while to spare your time to know about yourself. The fourth state, the feel your breath. Here, follow the sensation of your breath as it goes out and it goes in. That means you need to be concentrate on breathe when you are sitting for a while during mindfulness. The fifth state, notice when your mind has wandered. That indicates when you get around to noticing this in a few seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, simply return your attention to the breath. It indicates when you are in a state of quiet or calm, you have to notice about your breath, inhale and exhale. The last is the sixth state in mindfulness. Be kind to your wandering mind. Don't judge yourself or obsess over the content of the thoughts you find yourself lost in. Just come back. That means here you need to control on your thoughts. Guys, this mindfulness is a making yourself in a particular situation and concentrating about your thoughts and knowing yourself is the first step of self discovery. The second step to know about yourself is called self discovery. Schedule more your time. I think this is a really important to remember to spend some time doing the activities that make you happy, whether it is a painting, having a relaxing bath, or attending a yoga classes. It's rightly said, schedule more your time. So you need to spend your time for your wants, for your requirements, for your feelings. Whether it is a painting, drawing, or playing, swimming, yoga, whatever the activity you like to spend your time, you have to schedule or spare your valuable time for your personal desires. This is a part of one state or one step of self discovery as a schedule more your time. The third step of self discovery is a take a personality test. Some people struggle with self reflection and understanding what makes them react the way they do in certain situations. Taking a personality test will help you to gain a better understanding of your own personality and how it affects your whole life and decision making. Guys, taking a personality test means here you need to check, you need to test yourself under different situation, under different lifespans. So here you come to know different state of your thoughts. Sometimes you are very happy, sometimes you will be very sorrow, sometimes you are very kind enough with your family, sometimes you are anxiety, sometimes you will be very scary. Like different situations an individual react during that time you have to check yourself how you are reacting towards a particular situation. That means here take a personality test. It gives information about your self confidence. It gives information about your action towards particular situation. Every activity, every incident in our life will give or help you to know about yourself. It's called self-discovery. It is a taking a personality test. And next step of self-discovery is a keeping a journal. Is a great way to process your thoughts and emotions. If you are ready to start journaling, decide on what type of journal you want to keep. Then express your thoughts, experiences, and ideas in journal entries. To keep up your journalizing habit, challenge yourself to write every day. I think it is a journal. I think this is a foreign to you. A journal is an accounting terminology. Here, the usage of journal, the terminology of journal, where recording of transaction in a systematic way is called journal. Generally, in a business organization, we need to record the transaction of day to day in a systematic way is called journalizing. Here also, every individual need to record or need to write of your emotions, thoughts, and your feelings in a particular separate book. That means you are making a separate diary. So this is a keeping a journal is nothing but you need to put your thoughts and feelings in a diary as a day-to-day part of life. It's a C, a clairvoyant. It is a climbed ability to gain information about an object, person, location, physical event through extrasensory perception. Any person who is claimed to have such ability is said accordingly to be clairvoyant. I think C clairvoyant in the sense here, it is a claimed ability to gain information about an object. Generally, every individual have some capacity to understand the situation. For instance, before happening any incident, the student or an employee or a human being who is living in society will get a reaction. Generally, when you see the object or a person or location, a physical event, whenever you are going to be in different situation, you'll come to know how the result is going to be happen after a particular task. Generally, it is called claiming ability. We need to have this uh, knowledge when you are discovering yourself from different experiences of incidents. Now, the next part of the self discovery is a setting goals. Guys, self discovery itself is not a knowing about yourself by following 5 steps. There is a need of goal setting is also required. That is called setting goals is a part of self discovery. Goal setting involves the development of an action plan designed to motivate and guide a person or a group towards a goal. Goal setting can be guided by goal setting criteria such as SMART criteria. Goal setting is a major component of personal development and management literature. It's rightly said, a goal setting or setting goal is the next important task of individual under self discovery. So here goal setting is a following SMART criteria like a S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for realistic, T stands for timely. So for every goal or fixation of goal, you need to have the SMART process. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely is very important under goal setting. or setting goals. Now, this diagram gives information about principles of goal setting under Locke's goal setting theory. It gives a snapshot information about goal setting. I think every individual have the goal. A student asks the question, "What is your goal or aim?" He used to say, "I want to become a pilot. I want to become a engineer. I want to become a researcher. I want to become a professor." Like everybody have the goal, but you need to follow this goal setting principles. That is called clarity of your thought and challenge towards a situation, a commitment on particular task, feedback once the task is completed, task complexity. That's called task complexity in the sense here. Whenever you take the different actions or tasks, there are different complexities are there. Sometimes simple tasks, sometimes difficult tasks. That's called goal setting principles. You need to fix yourself before making the targets. The next one is a beliefs. So, guys, during second unit of employability skill, that is called self-discovery, we have seen the first one is a self-discovery. The second state is a self-discovery steps how to achieve, and third one is a known to you goal setting, and fourth one is a belief. A belief is an attitude that something is the case or that some of the proposition about the world is true. In epistemology, a philosopher used the term belief to refer to attitude about the world which can be either true or false. A belief is an idea that person holds as being true. A belief can come from different sources, including a person's own experience, experiments, the acceptance of culture, social norms, for example, religion, what other people say, education or mentoring. So certainly, everybody have one belief on particular situation. Maybe different sources or experiences will fix the belief of an individual during his life. Sometimes when you are meeting with others, when you have an experiences and experiments with the different situations, due to the cultural and social norms, whatever the reason, every individual have some belief on particular thing. Here also belief will be one of the important area which fix about the self discovery. Here I have given some of the examples of the values and beliefs: family, freedom, security, loyalty, intelligence, connection, creativity, humanity. So there are different values system. We are living in India is a value system. Different factors influence our beliefs. For example, a family and freedom of life, the security of life, the loyalty towards particular thing, your intellectual, your connection with the family, your creativity, thinking out of the box, humanity. All these factors will influence every individual to fix the beliefs. Guys, today we discuss about two areas. One is a self-discovery steps and meaning. The second one is a goal setting, and third one is a belief. In next class, we are going to see other topics of self-discovery under part of employability skills. Thank you.